All right, Shalom. Call Yahweh Shah Shalom to the elect. And once again, man, got Esau, great ass, going across seas, stirring shit up. Which, I'm going to play this video first, then I go to the other one. All this just going to do is just stir up this war situation, man. Which is part of biblical prophecies, whether people want to believe it or not. Let me go to this real quick. And see, Esau a fucking devil. They getting this stuff shipped over there and, doing deals, backroom deals and all that shit. Let me go to this precept too while I'm talking and speaking. They doing backroom deals. Whole damn time, they instigating this shit. It's in the book of Psalms, chapter 55, verse 21. It said, the words of his mouth are smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. Look at what he's saying in this video. Listen to this. Let me go back just a little bit. They shipping this over there, but they saying they ain't gonna use it to attack Russia. Well, if they not using it to attack Russia, who they using it for then? See, that's Esau, man. They be capped out. They lying. And recently, if you've been paying attention, they try to make it a little difficult to search certain stuff up. If you've been paying attention, hey man, they hit they shit so hard, they black they shit out. So all that stuff about Ukraine winning and Russia retreating and losing, nah, man, it's strategic, man. It's strategy. They getting prepared for something way much bigger. This is just a prequel to a larger event. This event, the situation with Taiwan and China, which I'm gonna go to that video in a minute, with China and U.S. relations. Then you got Azerbaijan. I want to say it's Kazakhstan over there in that region. You got India and China. You got all these different skirmishes happening around the world. Also, these nations can get drawn to the battle of Jehoshaphat. Then the situation with Iran too. Hey man, I seen a video the other day. They was talking about couldn't the U.S. invade Iran? They've been trying to infiltrate it and take out generals and all. Man, there's all type of stuff going on, man. And that's why, as being a seer, a watcher, paying attention to these events that's going on and lining them up with the precepts, it's clear as day, man. You can see what's happening right now. What time we in. Like the scriptures say, playing into the holy, stumbling blocks into the wicked. And see, they misleading people with the media, man. If both sides are losing, why is Russia still pushing? They not getting no tanks and none of that shit from nobody. They're not asking China to send no damn tanks. They're not asking Iran to send none of this and none of that. That's because they're not losing, man. But they put it in the media as a different scenario. And I'm not gonna play this whole video. They're just talking about them sending these vehicles and other equipment and stuff over there. Let me go to this other video. see, Esau's such a fucking devil. That's why the scriptures mention them being the border of wickedness. Because they do shit, they'll do the shit, and then somebody else do something, they play the victim. That's Esau, man. Let me go to that precept. Book of Malachi. Malachi chapter 1, I'm going to start there. Let me see. Verse 3, it says, and I hated Esau and laid his mountains and heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. That's why Esau really don't have no heritage. When you hear about the stories of the Edomites, so-called Caucasian people, you hear about robbing, stealing, raping, enslaving, colonizing, stealing ideas, stealing patents. That's what you hear about. They don't really have a heritage. The heritage they have is trash. So they try to steal other people's heritage and mask it as them. Whole time it's not them, because their heritage is waste for the dragons of the wilderness. And I says, whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. That says out of one. They should build, but I will throw down. They should call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord have indignation forever. And your eyes shall see, and you should say the Lord will be magnified from the border of Israel. Now, it's another precept I want to get out of here. Let me see. Give me 1 minute. With Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 5. It says, yet also because he transgresseth by wine, he's a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth up unto him all people. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his, how long, and to him that ladeth himself with thick clay? Shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them? Because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land, of the city, and of all that dwell therein. Man, Esau got a lot of shit paid for, man, and they trying to hide it, but every time they try to hide some shit, some old shit come out. And then they fucking with these other nations. Man, your whole nation in crisis, gas prices through the, which a lot of this shit is orchestrated anyway, but gas prices through the roof, food costs through the fucking roof, everything going up, cost of living going up. Whole time they spending money, sending weaponry and all type of other shit to different countries and shit, and then going to other people's nations, trying to tell them what to do when they shit ain't right. That's Esau for you, man. That's why these devils got to get out of power, man. And which the Most High is going to do that according to the scriptures, as it is written. And our people should want that. You have our people talking about reparations and taking over and buying the land back. Esau not with that shit. You think if you buy, just say you buy some land and you get you some land somewhere or whatever, Esau's supposed to give you reparations and let you get a little city or whatever. They're not gonna do nothing but infiltrate it. And if they get mad enough, they'll make your water toxic. They'll pollute your land. They might fly some planes, spray some chemicals over your shit. Man, these devils have power right now. Like the scriptures say, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. So if the earth is given into the hands of the wicked, they can do all type of wickedness throughout the earth. That's going to be snatched away though. They're not finna have that dominion for too much longer. And see now, through the spirit, what's going to happen, because you got the U.S., they got, that's what that Space Force part of the reason why it was created. For one, to fight the angels itself, and two, so they can monitor shit up in the heavens, up in the space, so to speak. And they can zap each other by the space with them damn lasers and shit. This ain't far-fetched. Go look it up. You can do your research on this. Don't just take my word for it. They can move satellites and zap satellites and do all type of shit up there, man. A lot of stuff won't get publicized like that. If you read articles and different reports that they do release, you'll see this stuff. Now, let me go back to this video right here. I ain't gonna play this one that much. I just want to play a little clip while I bring out some precepts. This right here is a prime example of what I just read in the scriptures, which is just gonna make these nations fed up. They were trying to go in Venezuela and do this shit, but this shit ain't work. So now they over here in Brazil. But Duro wasn't having that shit. He wasn't trying to meet with them. He knew what they was up to. Let's see, when Esau, I was just mentioning, I was talking to somebody at the plantation about this. When Esau come to talk and try to do deals and treaties and shit, they always fucking break them. And people starting to wake up to that shit, man. Which that goes into these precepts right here. You know, I'm gonna get ready to end this video off. Just want to bring out a few precepts and speak on how prophecy is still coming to pass. Cause some people acting like, oh, y'all been saying this for years and all that stuff. It ain't happened yet. Like the scriptures say, though it tarry, wait for it, because it's coming, man. It's not no joke. It's not just something because we bored. I could have been doing other stuff right now. It's not something because we bored, but it's just what it is. It is what it is. It's in the book of Obadiah, verse 2. It says, behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised. The pride of thy heart hath deceived thee. Thou that dwellest in the cliffs of the rocks, whose habitation is high, it said in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? That's how they move around the earth. Who shall bring them down? Though thou art out thyself as an eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, this will I bring thee down, saith Adonai. If thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they not have stolen till they had enough? If the grape gatherers came to thee, will they have not eaten some grapes? How are the things that Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up, man? Look, we searching them out. Everything Esau got going on, man. They expose themselves, so it make it even more easier just to bring out these precepts. It says, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. And if Esau understood what was going on, they be like, you know what, we need to cut this shit out and do better. But Esau don't got no understanding. So yeah, a person that lack understanding, or people that lack understanding, bring their own demise. Let me see. What other precept I want to get? No, just to back up one more thing I was saying too. Book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 2, it says, I will also gather all nations and bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and I will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. That's how you know who is who. You know who Esau is, because they took certain people from where they was at and scattered them among the nations. You got our people saying it everywhere, man. So you can't say it ain't talking about us. Some people don't want to grasp that, or they want to be everything else but the Most High chosen people. People fear being great, because being great comes with great responsibility. That's part of the reason why we're not in that high state like we're supposed to be, because we had a responsibility to be an example on the earth. Now when you look around at our people and see what they be doing and what they partake in, you just shake your head and like, ah, damn, that's how people be on. Now it says, and they have cast lots for my people, have given a boy for a harlot and sold a girl for wine that they might drink. Now it says, verse 4, yeah, what have ye to do with me, O Tyrians, Zidon, all the coast of Palestine? Will you render me a recompense? And if you recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your own head? Because ye have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have you sold unto the Grecians, that you might remove them far from the border, from their border. Behold, I will raise them out of a place where you have sold them, and will return them, and will return your recompense upon your own head. And this is what we got to look forward to, man. The Most High, he ain't forgot about us, man. When you read that precept, when they talk about Jacob I love, Esau I hated, the Most High did this stuff, which I'm going to go back to that after I finish reading this. The Most High did certain stuff to teach us a lesson, but just imagine if he loved us and he did that to teach us a lesson, imagine what he going to do to Esau that he hate. I said, behold, I will raise them out of a place whither you have sold them, and I will return your recompense upon your own head. I will sell your sons, your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Sabians, to the people far off. For the Lord hath spoken. This ain't my own words. I'm just reading what the Most High put out here for us. And a lot of our people, they hear these words, and then when they be conflicted into who they hang out with and all this other fuckery, then they want to be like, oh, somebody added that in there. But the other stuff is cool as long as it fit their comfort zone. It says in verse 9, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty man, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning into spears, let the weak say, I am strong. Assemble yourselves and come, all you heathen, and gather yourselves together round about, thither cause our mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about, which that's what's going to happen. That's why when these events pop off, the charagma, when people get that badge of servitude put in them, and I keep saying this through the Spirit, they're going to give it out. They're going to play like they're giving in to give reparations out and be like, look, if you get this charagma, all you got to do is just put this in you, and the reparations is going to be on there, and you can spend how you want to spend or whatever. And a lot of, majority of our people going to go through it and go for it. So when that take place and then this third woe get ready to pop off all the way, because damn near at this point, for real, war going on in damn near every nation. Once this third woe pop off to the max and these heathen get brought to that certain area, then it's going to be about that time, man. Once they start pressing them buttons and them arrows start flying, them nukes, and that war going on over there, then you're going to see Yahweh Shai should say, coming with the angels to deliver the elect around the four corners of the earth, as it is written, and to wipe Esau out, as it is mentioned in 2 Ezra. So let me go back to the other precept. I'm going to end this off. No, this is what I was speaking on tonight, and it's it says, the burden of the word, this is the book of Malachi, chapter 1, verse 1, the burden of the word of the Lord to Israel about Malachi. I have loved you, saith I out of one. Yet you say, wherein hast thou loved us? Because like, even now, people be like, man, if God love us, why he got us like this? Go read your book. Stop fucking around. Go read. But motherfuckers wake up, get on TikTok, and read and watch all that shit. But they won't go read that book. That's our book. It says, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, said the Lord? Yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau, and lay his mountains and heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Now, we had to go through this for a certain period of time. Now that time coming to an end, man. It's time for us to get ready to reign over the earth, up under Yahweh Shai, Malak, Dawadah, and the rest of the elect. So, hey, man, we close, man. As you keep looking on, I can be coming up under spiritual attack. You send your prayers up, light your incense. Try to practice eating a healthy diet and all that, and think about who you have in your company, so to speak, and keep pushing on, man. Adawan Razazar, you Akim, keep the faith. You Aqua, y'all keep the faith as well. Keep pushing to the end, endure to the end. So when you look up and see them chariots, hey, man, Adawan Razazar, I'll be able that number so I can get up on one of them ships, as well as you others that may hear this word and then resonate with y'all. So I just wanted to bring this out. I don't want to watch this out. This is edifying. Call Allah Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Shalom to the elect.